All right. Hey, everybody. Bram Zeigler here, president and founder of Capitals for a Shared Income, and I'm really excited for this conversation. I'm sitting here with Sarah Anderson. Sarah Anderson lives in Columbus, Ohio, and she's affiliated with our distribution partner, Vista Village. If you recall, Vista Village basically offers up housing, micro houses to 41 residents who are lifting themselves out of poverty and looking to improve their life. And Sarah's a resident there. One thing that C4SI recently did is we basically funded a pool that the residents could tap into if they had an unexpected and unmanageable expense. So I'm going to interview. She recently had a car problem that she had money for, and we tapped into this pool just a little over $400. So Sarah, welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to meet you. So tell us a little bit about your background. How did you end up at Vista Village?
Well, I was actually in a sober living
Hmm.
place at the time. I was about, I think it was like 9 months sober from alcohol.
Okay.
And I was moving on to the next chapter of my life. I was going to be starting cosmetology school at Aveda.
Okay.
And in order to do that, I wasn't going to be able to be in the programming that I was at the time. And then I had to be moved to aftercare, basically, so that it would open up my schedule in order for me to be able to go to school.
Okay.
With that, being in aftercare, you couldn't stay in sober living.
Okay.
So it was actually my counselor that told me about Vista Village,
Mm.
that they had just built these, tiny homes, and it's kind of like a transitional living sort of situation. And I applied. I guess Stephanie, the big director over there at base camp, had contacted Vista Village and was like, "Hey, I've got the perfect resident for you. She's starting school. She's doing so well." And that's how I ended up here.
That
It was such a wonderful opportunity.
that's great. And how long have you been at Vista Village? When did you move in?
I moved in at the end of February. Want to say like the 23rd
Hmm.
of last year. So
Okay, so
I've
you've
been
been
here
there.
a little over a year.
Right. And my understanding is that the average tenant stays about 18 months to 2 years. Is that correct?
In 2 years, yeah,
Yeah, 2 years. Great. And how's
correct.
cosmetology school going?
It is going really well. I am actually going to be graduating here at the beginning of June.
Oh, good for you.
So yeah, it's been hard. It's been hard for sure. It's a rough schedule. We're there 11 hours a day. So it's
Mm,
very, yeah, tight knit. We learn so much within that 1 year.
yeah.
1,500 hours. It just depends on how long it takes,
Okay.
to complete the
Yep.
1,500 hours.
Yep.
Um,
And do you have job prospects for after your graduation in June? What's the next step for you?
Next step, I am looking into doing like an internship or an
Hmm.
apprenticeship at a salon. We get a lot of like salons that come in there and they talk to us and they do demos for us and they tell us about their program. And
Hmm.
I think Pen Zones is one of them. That's one that I was looking into. And because I love hair cutting so much, I was actually even thinking about like great clips or something,
Okay.
you just to get more training. They teach you a lot more men's haircuts, which we don't get a lot of men in Aveda. So,
Yeah, yeah.
that would really be a good like extra skill set for me to
Absolutely.
kind
Well,
of
good
tap
luck
into
with
there.
that.
So
Good luck with it. That sounds great. So it sounds like
thank
you
you.
you found great housing. Vista Village is a great organization. You're going to school, but you had to drive to school. Is that right? You needed a car because you were
Yeah.
driving to school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So when your car breaks down, that complicates your life because you can't get to school. So tell me a little bit about that. What happened to your car and what was the estimated bill going to be?
Well, the first problem that arose was it was the brakes.
Mm,
I had been told a while ago that the brake pad on the I believe the driver's side was completely gone. So I'd been
Okay.
driving on that for a while and it wasn't
Yeah.
good. But it finally got to a point to where it was screeching and, the car was having a hard time stopping. So I unfortunately had to do this. I got the
Yeah.
brakes done and then he was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to do like, rotors and calipers. And then
Yeah.
also when he was in there, he found out that the axle was bad. So then I had to do the axle repair. And then it
Okay.
was not just the outer tie rods, it was the inner tie rods. So big, long
Yeah. It's always
thing.
something.
It's
It's
like one
always
thing after
something
another.
more. Yeah. It's always something
Well, I
more.
mean, the car is, a 1999 Honda Accord,
Okay.
so it's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
over 200,000 miles on it. It's old.
Right. Right. Okay. So these
It
bills
needs
added
repairs.
up. These bills added up and eventually got to the point where you just didn't have some extra money, right? I don't know what the stat is, but there's some stat out there that says, like some high percentage of the people in this country don't have $400 for an emergency, right? So anyway, it gets to the point
Yep.
where you had need a certain amount of money. And I can't remember the exact amount. I think it was 435 that I put on the card. Do you remember, Sarah,
Yes,
for you?
435. Yep.
435, and then you use that to
Yeah.
complete the car maintenance. So that's great. So how's your car running now?
It's actually running great now.
Great. Good.
I do have a small transmission fluid leak, so I just have to keep making sure that the fluid's in there.
Yeah.
I just, until I can start working full time, I need this car to get me through for now.
Yep.
And I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So
Well, I love this pilot project that we're doing with Vista Village. So, C4SI basically funded $10,000 in this emergency pool for Vista Village, such that residents like yours can tap into it for emergencies like these. Generally, we hand out cards that have $58 on them, and that's great, but sometimes it's not enough for an emergency like this, right? So I'm thrilled that you could be the first recipient of this emergency pool, and I appreciate you sharing your story. Thank you, Sarah.
absolutely. And I am so incredibly grateful to you guys, to the organization, to Vista Village. Words can't even describe how grateful I am because I didn't know what I was going to do. So
Yeah.
it
Well,
was definitely very, very helpful.
oh, you're very welcome. Great to meet you. Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you too.